Hey everybody, Desiree Benson here, and I am sitting with the awesome, legendary Felton Pilate. Felton, it's great seeing you.
It's great to be seen. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, and we are going to get into his new single that he just released today, July 16th. Here's What I Do For You. Stay tuned. Felton Pilate, you released a new single today, Here's What I Do For You. I want you to tell us a little bit about that.
Wow. Here's What I Do For You is kind of a tribute to the folks who came before, to the, as I mentioned, to the songwriters who kind of knew what we were feeling, and to the artists who sang the songs who kind of brought those feelings to life. So it's, ballads are my thing, and as you know, and it's just something, like I said, something to pay tribute that I wanted to express my love to my fans.
And I think that's awesome because you have a ton of fans all over the world. So what can you tell us about some of the new things that you're working on aside from Here's What I Do For You? Tell us a little bit about what else is coming up.
Oh my goodness. Wow. We are finishing up the Confunkshun Christmas album that we started last year. We're still working on that. We have a new Confunkshun album that we're also working on. I'm finishing up recording the rest of my solo CD. And I've started diving into doing scores for TV and movies, and TV and music production. So it's going to be a very busy year for me coming up.
Very busy. Now, you mentioned Confunkshun. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is Felton Pilate. He wrote Love's Train. Now, let me tell you, Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, Silk Sonic, they covered it. They did a good job, but ain't nobody doing it like Confunkshun. So tell us how you felt when they did the song.
Wow. It was a total surprise. I looked up on Valentine's Day, and then someone had sent me a link, and I was like, what? Someone did Love's Train? And I actually think they did a job. Did a good job. I think I loved how they stayed true to the emotion of the original recording while adding their own spin to it. We were able to fly out to Las Vegas, Mike Cooper and I, the other writer, and we had a chance to meet with Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars, and Anderson .Paak. I personally was very excited to meet them. We heard through the grapevine that they were excited to meet us too. Nicest guys. I mean, wonderful personalities and very gracious. Thank you again, Silk Sonic. Thank you.
And we love it because they did an amazing shout out for you and Michael on social media, paying homage to all the years that you guys have been performing and how much they loved you and things like that. So do you think that the younger generation is finding more, I guess, what do I call it? They're loving the old school vibe more than they have before? What can you tell us about that?
In my humble opinion, the song that swept the Grammys for Silk Sonic, "Leave the Door Open," song was it song of the year?
Yes, song of the year.
That's at its heart. That's an old old school song. And then when they came back and redid Love's Train, they took a song that is 40 years old. And here's the significance of that. There's a small handful of songs that got re-recorded, covered, and made it to number one again. There's just a small handful of those songs. And it speaks to the apparent trend that old school was good music, acceptable. Yes. People love that, and that it's not going away anytime soon. And so a strong, heartfelt thank you to Silk Sonic and Bruno Mars for making that point. Thank you.
Yes, and we thank them too. You guys are amazing. Felton, you are amazing. You've had a long history in entertainment. You've been doing this for over, 40 years?
Since 19... No.
He has no plans of slowing down anytime soon. So Felton Pilate, thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.